Hi everyone, I'm Tjaša from Wolfie Draws and welcome to my channel. Gosh, I haven't said this in a while. But for my coming back video, I decided to draw some fruit. So basically I haven't been online for a while. I think I haven't posted in, 6 months? Something like that. And I haven't drawn for even longer. I got burned out and took a break, but after life got messy and now eased up again, I decided to go back to filming and to fully dedicate my time to YouTube and finally see if this dream actually works. So I'm back. I decided to do like an easy fruit draw video just to get back. And as you can see, I'm keeping things messy and I'm using the, inverted color technique or something? Like when you use the opposite color, I think, to do the shading. So for orange I did blue, for yellow I used green, I think. Things like that. So as you can see, I'm going over it blue with orange, and I did the blue shadows, and I think it created like quite a good contrast in the end. So I'm using these alcohol markers. They're dual tipped, one regular nib and one chisel tip. I wanted to get the brush ones, but for some reason they never have the brush ones. But I think I'm doing just fine with these. So I decided to color it a bit messy to keep everything chill. So also my future videos and drawings I prepared for them are kept easy, slow go, especially because I'm trying to focus more on traditional art instead of digital. So that's where we're at now. And I basically also decided to do inverted colors for the stem. So I also did like pink instead of green. So the color shift is something. At first I thought that I did the dots a little too vibrant, but they actually get toned down later, so it's quite okay. And I added a bit of color to the shading because I learned that should help. And then I just continued with random fruits. I didn't really overthink it, I just felt like doing a lemon next. At this point I kind of regret I did not do an angry lemon. Oh my god, I should have. If you don't know, Mara Elizabeth has a character that's called Angry Lemon, and I'm a fan of her, so I definitely should have thought of that sooner and not now, 1 month after. So for the lemon I used blue. I did not use green, as I said. Right, the opposite color of yellow is purple. I did not think of that. Oh, now I see why it ended up more green than orange. Yeah, I did not think of that earlier. I had the color wheel in front of me, but I guess that slipped my mind. But okay, I actually decided to do dots on most of the fruits that had texture, just because I thought that that would look more realistic. I mean, of course, you can see I'm not going for absolute realism. I did not use any reference whatsoever. I just went on blank to keep everything really chill. And so yeah, as you see, pink for the green and things like that. So now we can see the beautiful lemon turning green because, well, before they are ripe, they're green anyway, so it's not that bad, but still should have been a bit more brownish. And you see I'm going really messy with it. I'm not trying to be a perfectionist because that's what burned me out. And going back to traditional is quite a big leap from doing digital. I've been doing digital drawing for like the past, more than 5 years, I think. Yeah, definitely more than 5 years. Probably closer to 7 or 8. So it's quite a big leap to actually try to do something more realistic in the traditional style. Since I usually draw more like anime pictures, I can insert some on the side here so you can see what I usually draw. But yeah. Sorry if my voiceover skills are a bit rusty. I actually avoided doing voiceovers in my previous videos because I don't like my voice on camera and on video. But sadly, people click out if you use AI voices, and I wanted to do the least trouble. So I just decided to, whoop, let's go do it and see how it goes. So yeah, here you see that the green from the lemon actually didn't turn out so bad. It's actually okay, and now I'm gonna go into, you can guess what it's gonna be. Tiny circles and a few leaves. Blueberries. Yes, definitely went from citrus onto blueberries, but I just felt like doing some cute colors, so I went for like a colorful theme. So there's no specific fruit group I was drawing, just like anything random. And as you see, my swatch chart keeps popping up. Sorry, I completely forgot that was in the frame. So it's gonna keep popping up in and out, and some markers as well, because I did not want to crop the full picture to zoom in completely. I felt like this would seem more natural. But also these, I don't know what they're called. It's not lines, but more like legs you see on the top of the screen. It's actually from my light. I got a proper ring light from Shein, but at least it's better than what I had. And yes, I'm using that to film, meaning I have to keep it straight above the surface I'm filming, meaning the legs will show. I have no idea how to hide them, because if I put them under the mat I'm drawing on, there's gonna be a weird lump and it's gonna interfere with my sketchbook. So, good job me, I did not think of that. But I actually thought of putting like my channel icons or my persona on there, just to like keep it a bit funnier or more interesting than just legs of a lamp. But I haven't come up with a good solution for that, because then it would look weird if my frames shifted and suddenly the head would be cut off, or it would be in the middle of something. So for now I'm just gonna keep it like the legs, but if you have any suggestions, feel free to tell me some. Also for the background, it will keep changing. I use this sheet mostly. It's basically just handmade watercolor with a piece of plastic over it. I just really wanted a still rainbow background, and I use it in my old videos as well. So I've always used it. I actually got a proper desk with like light wood, and I put a protective mat over it. I think Mariah has those linked somewhere. Yeah, I got this idea from her because I don't want to damage my desk. But I also thought that using like silicone mats or pieces of paper wouldn't be that well, because I do a lot of colorful stuff, a lot of stuff that has mixed and many colors, so I didn't think only one solid color would fit. But I feel like a rainbow background keeps it open to everything and kind of fits with everything. So that's mostly what I did. So yeah, I'll be switching between these and the light wood and see which one fits more. If you have any advice, I would be very open to hear them. I have not thought of getting a professional camera or microphone at this point. I just want to film, get back into it, get a schedule if possible. I'm gonna try to keep my videos posted on Fridays, if I manage, because life still gets a lot. So, but if you have any suggestions, I would be very willing to try them. At the moment, I'm really using this tripod lamp, or circle lamp. I don't know, I think it's meant for filming makeup, but I think it does just fine for this. But yes, for the moment I will use this and natural sunlight from my window. Because I think it's still better than the lights I had before. And on the light I'm using the regular setting. It has like a regular light, white light, and warm light. But I realized the colors were actually really washed out in the other lights. So I decided to just use regular, because the white light made everything look like a hospital, basically, and the warm light shifted all of the colors. On the camera, it actually doesn't seem like it shifted any colors, but for me, everything was yellow. just different shades of yellow. And on camera it was fine. So if we need a challenge where I can't see colors well, that part's gonna be fine. If you have any like art suggestions or drawing challenges up for me, I'd be very happy to try them. I used to do art challenges a bit, but not as much because I never found any that fit, and I'm not very good at keeping up with trends, so that did not help. If you hear any background noises, I moved, so there's no more noisy neighbors. Now there's noisy family. But I think that's okay. I think I can manage because we're actually not in the city anymore. So at least there's no cars honking around outside. So I think it will be calmer and quieter. So now you see I have an array of orange or mandarin. I was not sure which one I was drawing, but they're both orange, so it's similar enough. And then I have a lemon, a few blueberries, cherries, and raspberries. I actually had to Google which one fruit I should do next, like for the last one, because I was like, what pink fruit is there? I was like, strawberries, but strawberries are not pink. And then I literally had to Google pink fruit, and I did not want to draw lychee, so I went with raspberries. So yeah, raspberries was an afterthought, but I think it turned out well. This one actually took me the most because of the little details. And I thought drawing tiny dots on the orange and the lemon would be tedious. Nope. I just ended up coloring the whole thing in instead of going for the separate circles. And then I just tried to get away with it by doing tiny little shadows with a darker marker. So yeah, I'm using like basic alcohol markers. You can, I think, get them in like every store, like Teddy or Miller, I think. They're not as expensive. I think they will 12 euro, so it's not that bad for a set of alcohol markers. And they're quite old, so I'm actually already running out of them. But yeah, currently I'm using that. If you want the specific color codes, tell me and I'll try to figure out which ones I used. As I said, I'm open for any suggestions or comments, and I'll try to keep my videos regular from now on, and I'll also try to post more on Instagram. But I've also been considering doing a gaming channel to hang out with the community because Nerdy Crafter really inspires me, and she has a separate channel for hanging out with the community. And I also do like games. I haven't played in a while, but I do like them. So I will start filming that as well. And I'll just see which channel actually goes well and which doesn't. I mean, I might end up keeping drawing as a hobby and going more into the gaming. Depends on which you guys like more. So yes, this is basically my comeback video and the small update I made of where we are. Yes, I kind of ran out of things to say. I'm still not scripting my videos properly. But yes, the future videos will be more chill because I don't want to put the pressure on myself. I want to keep art for fun and not get burned out again if possible, even though it already happened like last week, but I'm working on it. So if you have suggestions, I'm open for them, but let's keep it like pressure free and just, if there's mistakes, there's mistakes. It's gonna happen eventually, everybody does them, so I'm just gonna embrace it from the start. That's really it. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you liked the drawings. They're pretty simple and not realistic, but my style isn't realistic anyway. It's somewhere between anime and realism, as you saw earlier. So, but it actually looks way better after I added the highlights, because they actually work well. I struggled adding them because I used a pencil, but like last week I got a proper dotting tool, so I will be using those from now. So, bye!